when they started talking to me, be like, hey, the team is like in shambles. We're having issues with morale. People are fighting with each other. It is like chaos, basically.
What a massacre this game is.
The Cloud9 of old is gone for good.
I'm definitely not a better jungler than the Meteos. He's like by far better than me. But I think the team morale improved a little bit by having a decisive voice back in the team.
All right, guys. We are 7 weeks into the season, getting smack daddied, and this is where we turn it around. We shall bounce back from the grid.
Many people are quick to blame a certain player and look to like fix that player. There's too much like hype for raw talent, and that doesn't matter at all. It just matters how well as a team you play. When you lose as a team, and that's the same thing when you're winning.
Cloud9 now on to the Nexus with Fury this game.
We can climb back up from where we are because the previous don't matter anymore. It happened, and now we just gotta look ahead.
Welcome to Week 8, Day 2 of the North American LCS Summer Split. We're coming to you live from our studio home in Los Angeles, California. Lots of energy in the building today. Enemy Esports just a short time ago getting in some practice before they take to the stage in our first game of the day. And as we come into the final stretch, the energy of the fans is matching the importance of the game. And of course, Debonair Ezreal joining us in the audience. Quas dominate the rest of the Team Liquid crew arriving. They'll be up against Enemy in that first game of the day. Phoenix there has really come into his own this split, going to be a big factor with a packed top end of the standings. Liquid is fighting for that first round bye, making today a must-win game if they want to stay in contention. Hello, everyone. I'm James Dash Patterson. Great to have you with us for another full day of league action. Here to drop some sick knowledge bombs are Aiden Zyrene Moon, Sam Kobe Hartman Kensler, and David Freak Turley. Go.
Square root of 3 is 1.7302. What? 1.3205. I got it wrong.
Go! You can't! No! You can't
have 3 significant figures?
The sick knowledge bomb.
1.732057.
Oh, it missed. That missed so hard.
Some sick reading bomb.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
well,
man.
Let's start our day with a look at the standings and what is still up for grabs. 5 teams have secured a playoff berth, starting with Gravity in first. Then in second, it's CLG, Team Impulse, and Liquid. And our 5th is Team Dignitas. Now sharing 5th place with Dig are TSM, who just need one more win to take the last spot from Team 8, who are sitting in 7th. Cloud9 is just 1 game back in 8th place. Enemy Esports is in 9th, and Team Dragon Knights are now locked into the 10th spot and will face auto relegation. Now turning to today's schedule, we've got Team Liquid squaring off against Enemy Esports. Then Cloud9 will take on CLG, and we'll conclude the day with Team 8 challenging first place Gravity. It's a packed field at the top of the standings with 4 teams vying for first and second place and those oh-so-sweet playoff buys. So, gentlemen, who are we keeping our eyes on here?
I'm keeping my eye on TIP because not only are they front runners with a 6-win streak at the moment, they also just replaced their support. Adrian is out today, and regardless of the win streak and the reasons for it, we can't ignore the fact that he was #1 in assists, #1 in kill participation, and #1 in wards placed per minute, and that definitely helped this team. And coming in is Gate, a guy who is not just new to the team, but he's also new to support as a competitive role. So keeping my eye on TIP, seeing if they can pick up that 7th win. It is against TDK, so if you are going to have somebody sub in, this is the game to do it. But regardless of that, it's still not the ideal situation for TIP as they were surging.
Yeah, I mean, they did say that also that they want him back as soon as he returns from visiting his family. So it's not the end of the world, but yeah, as you said, versus TDK, it might be the time to sub him out. The next team is probably going to be CLG because they're on their 3-game win streak after they had their little collapse. It was a good time for them to have it in the middle of the season. They have plenty of time to prep for playoffs. They got their win against Team Liquid. That's a big weight off of their shoulders. They had lost 9 in a row to the team. Maybe next they can break their streak versus TSM because that's going to be a team that they have to play in playoffs.
They're both on the
as
same
well.
block.
Exactly.
Great.
The other thing is that CLG is the best team in North America right now at 10 minutes. Their gold lead over their opponents is the highest in the league on average. So we saw that in effect yesterday as well as they kept down Quas basically made him a non-relevant factor in the entire game. So COG looking much better going into playoffs.
Yeah, and as much as you guys are talking about teams improving, I want to talk about a team that's very much in decline. It's a bit of a dead horse, and I guess if I can't even recite numbers properly, maybe you don't want to listen to me, but Team Solamid are doing honestly really terribly. And as much as people like to point fingers, I think you need roughly 2 hands to point as many fingers as you actually need for this team, because it's not just, well, you know, Wild Turtle flashed into the team and Valkyrie into a guy with exhaust. It's like, yeah, okay, he made mistakes, but like, all right, there's one.
I'm counting.
Yeah, all right,
I'm counting for you.
Oh, okay, you're counting for me. I got you. Yeah, and you can point to the team comps being bad, and so Reggie's going to take over as head coach. He's going to fix, you know, Loco Doga's mistakes. But like, Darius is blowing ultimates. Bjerg's getting chunked out before you're supposed to go for a tower dive, and now he can't show up as TF. Santorin missed a Vi ultimate. Like, all right, there you go, 2 hands. We made it. We made it 2 hands.
Lucky for us, humans have 2 hands.
Yes. So I mean, honestly, it's a individual playmaking problem for almost every player on the roster. Not just getting like mechanically outplayed, but just like making bad choices. And this is everyone making mistakes. And when you get better and better and better opponents, like in the NA LCS, that's not acceptable anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they're on their what's soon to be or could be their biggest losing streak ever in the history of the team. If you try and remember, I don't think I can remember a time where they've lost 5 in a row. There may be some really
at least
long time ago,
within the last 2 years of the LCS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the North
Or the
American
highest in
LCS, they've
2013.
never lost 5. So
Yeah, so-
maybe in the deep, dark recesses of some IEM.
Yeah, this would be making franchise history if they were to lose today. Now we're going to dust off the hashtag LCS big plays after that huge Shifter pentakill yesterday. At Xantakill Wrath writes, by the gods, Shifter dropping the hammer with that 15-minute Ahri pentakill. Let's take a look.
And we're going to see the chase continue as Hanser does manage to knock down Kibika, but Gamsu with a massive Gnar ultimate right across the bow is the Ahri Q. And this could be the exact fight Dignitas wanted. A quadra kill for Shifter. Red buff is on. Charms up. Good flash by Altec, but the flash Q. The pentakill for Shifter.
A 14-minute pentakill.
Yeah, I think the best thing about that clip is I'm going to be on PTO this week. I'm in the Penta. Yes.
I've always wanted to be. No.
I've always wanted to be on PTO.
Well, the best part of the clip, if Shifter's the one dropping the hammer, Gamsu gave it to him on a silver platter. Here, have a.
He lined up all the nails and held them up. So go ahead, this one.
Yeah, some credit has to be afforded to him for that huge 4-man Gnar ult. Well, keep calling out your favorite moments from today's matches by tweeting at @LollySports with the hashtag LCS Big Plays. Or for our Primetime League brethren, as Freak mentioned, you can use the hashtag ThePenta. Next, we want to jumpstart the conversation on Twitter, though. We're asking you, what is your favorite play from the NA LCS Summer Split and why? Send your answers to us at LollySports and use the hashtag LCS. That's enough from us, though, here on the desk. Let's send it over to our casters to get us into the games.
Square root of